All right, hello there. I am Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com and welcome to Music Radio Creative Live. So in this episode, we are going to get straight into what risers are and how you can use them in making radio jingles, i.e. the best use of rising sound design. What on earth is rising sound design, I hear you ask? Well, let's head over to my screen share here where hopefully I can explain a little bit more. And if you like risers, at the end of this live stream, I'll give you a place where you can head to grab some for yourself. So I'm just going to unzip this pack I've got of, would you believe it, 50 risers there. So double click it, open it up. There you go. Riser 1. So let's give you an idea of what a riser is, just in case you've never heard one before. Here we go. Riser 1. Let's listen to it. It's rising. You can hear it. It's rising. It's getting bigger. Bigger. Whoa! Then it hit me. Yeah. Same with riser 2, but in a slightly different, weird, kooky style. And then suddenly you'll get a big bang. Or maybe a little bang. Riser 10, let's go through some of these. These are fantastic. Oh, this one's dark. It's winding up. Oh my goodness. Sounds like me leaping out of bed in the morning. Riser 23. Let's have a listen to Riser 23. Here we go. Riser 23. Ooh. So nice. So as you can hear, risers, they build a lot of tension and then they release with a big bang. Here's another one. Ow. Boom. So that's a nice one, Riser 39. I'm going to use Riser 39 along with this one here, which is our Gaia, MRC Gaia theme with logo. That's basically a jingle theme we've had composed with a musical logo at the end. I'll play that to you as well. Have a listen. Very short, the idea is the DJ, the presenter, the podcast host would talk over it until it gets to the final bits where they need to be really quiet and the logo comes in. Like that. Okay, so let's head over into multi-track of Adobe Audition. I'm going to drop this into my downloads folder and call it MRC Gaia Riser, or with Riser, I think. There we go. Right, okay, drop this into the music track of my presets template there, and then I'll bring in Riser 39. So let's drop that on the sound effects track here, and let's just... let's cuddle those together so you can see them really clearly. Zoom in and zoom right in so you get a nice idea. So what I could do is place this riser now with the beat, matching the beat, of course, of the logo. So I'm just going to solo the music here. Have a listen. So there is where the logo comes in, right there. Can you hear that? There's the beat. If I scrub along, there it is. So it's right there. Okay. So that's where I want the presenter, in whatever form they take, to be really quiet, as it's the all-important logo. And sometimes the logo in a sung jingle will have, for instance, singing or talking or a voiceover or something. So in that case, you definitely want the host to be quiet. So marker 1. I think I can maybe rename this. Rename marker. I did that by right-clicking that marker up there. And over here, I now get a markers window where I can say this is... logo point. Okay, cool. Logo point, that's where it starts. Now over here, I'm going to solo just onto my riser. And as you can hear, that's where the drop comes in. Yep, pretty much there. And we can just make sure we're bang on time by going a little bit before, highlighting a selection, hitting loop mode, which is here. And you can just loop it round and just keep extending it until you hear the drop come in. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Bit more. Oh, it's just starting to come in there. Let's get that right in because we're getting very close now. See, still a little bit more. And I reckon if we look really, and this is the great thing about working in Adobe Audition, you can really get right into those waveforms and manipulate them in the multi-track. I reckon we're looking at the drop coming in there. Yep, pretty much there. And I've got my playhead set to return to that point. If your playhead doesn't do that automatically in Audition, just hit Shift and X on your keyboard and it'll toggle the behavior. So I'm going to match that drop with the start of that beat that I want to match there. Boom. This is the simplest way to use a riser in a radio jingle. Then it would work something like this. Let's have a listen. So bringing in the music, of course, take off solo from the riser. Now we've got the... and actually you can hear a riser coming in this theme, but there'll be another riser, the one I've just inserted, coming in now. Did you hear how seamless that was? And I might want to level out the volume a little bit so that they kind of match each other. Easiest way to do that is select everything like this, and then we'll right-click and we'll do match clip loudness, minus 16 LUFS, okay. And as you can see, it's ducked the music bed by minus 7 dB, or just over, and minus 1.48 dB reduction on the riser. We should get a closer sounding, smoother sounding mix now. Let's have a listen. I'd say probably the riser's a little bit overpowering now, and I probably want that riser to come in shorter, so around here, because you've got the drop in the jingle there, and then the riser appears around here, maybe sharper. And I'm just going to manipulate this so we have a quieter start. Bit quieter still. And I still want that last bang to be really loud, so you'll hear that on solo. Quiet, 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 quiet. Boom, loud. Nice, nice drop. And of course, you always want the boom, the drop. I should have said this at the start, really, very important. You always want that to be on beat number 1 of the music track that you're mixing to. I'll go into this in more detail. I plan to do a live stream tomorrow on how to use risers to make transitions happen between pieces of music. Say if you're doing a music mix or possibly even a beat mix, risers are really handy for that. You can also use risers just in voiceover production, and I think I'm going to have a bit of a riser session the next 2 or 3 days, I think, on the live stream. So maybe, yeah, definitely tomorrow I'll cover music transitions, and then maybe on the next one after that, so day after tomorrow, I will cover using risers in like voiceover production and real voiceover jingle production. Just a final tip here. If I were to cut off this logo but leave my riser in, the riser should kind of mask the fact that the audio has ended. Let's have a listen. Okay, so it's a bit of a harsh ending. We can always just sort of drag this out a little bit more. And what makes it even better, so if you want to, and like I say, I will go into this in more detail because I think it deserves more time and a unique live stream to cover. But if I was to take this and place this on a new track, hang on, let's place it on a new music track up here. And I'm just going to tell the effects rack to whack on a bit of reverb here. Studio reverb's one of my favorites. 100% wet, no dry. And then we get that. And the original, if I bring in the dry, you can hear the hard sound of it. That's just the wet sound. Take the wet off, get the dry in. That's just the original. That's the original music track, as you can hear. So we just want the wet, and that gives a lovely false ending. So if you want to use risers in this fashion, you can also do it. Now that should sound lovely. And you've got the end decay there on the musical jingle. Let's have a listen to it all from the start. So that's the ending. So this could be if you don't want the logo on the jingle or something. You could just say, yeah, this is just a talk over jingle. And then when the riser kicks in, beat 1, that's when we drop the beat of the song that's coming up. So thanks for listening. It's been a great episode, and the end. Thanks for watching. Oh, we're on loop mode, so it keeps looping around and around. If you want to grab these risers for yourself, just head over to got loads of stuff up on the screen today in Google Drive, doing all kinds of work. So you can get it at the Music Radio Creative website. I've made a short link for you if you want to grab these 50 risers for yourself. There is a half-price deal on, by the way. This is time-sensitive for you watching. There may be deals in the future, but right now, if you're watching, the deal's on until Monday, the 12th of February. Go to mrc.fm/risers, mrc.fm/risers. That will take you straight to the product here, Risers Volume 1, and that will be half price. You can also locate it on the Music Radio Creative website under the radio category. Just go to Instant Downloads, Sound Effects and Music, and you'll find the risers are indeed available for you to purchase online and use yourself. Enjoy making jingles with risers, radio jingles with risers. Such great fun. I love it. And thank you for watching today.